All right, and we are live, and I'm gonna do my customary sitting here for a sec just to make sure that everything worked out, and I am in fact live. Since the videos get uploaded, all of the videos start like this. Oh, it's been a minute, and I don't see anything, so that's worrying. What happens if I restart the page? Do I see something then? Okay, I still don't see nothing, so maybe I'm not actually live. That is a problem. I was live. I stopped the stream, and then I have just restarted the stream because I did see that it was live. So, how are you guys doing? I've been sick all week, and I'm still a little bit sick, and now my husband's sick, and it's like a plague ship up in this house. But I'm happy to be here. And I have a very exciting analysis today. We're going to find out what Kaggler's favorite packages are, and I am super excited. So this is a data set that is public that I put together, and I've been doing data cleaning with a deadline today. So hi Ladbroke, hi Fabiana. That looks like Portuguese. The data set that we're going to be working with is public, so if you guys want to play around with it, you are welcome to. And the structure is that it's a JSON file, and it has one root node, and then each of these nodes is a different kernel. And then within the kernel, you can see the import statement and then the package that was importing. So in this first kernel, they imported two packages. It was date, time, and sleep. In the second kernel, they imported one package, and it was this. Ben says, what are Kaggler's favorite packages for analyzing Kaggler's favorite packages? Well, for me, it's going to be the tidyverse, because we're going to be working in R today because I am sick and I don't feel like messing around with pandas. No shade on pandas. Pandas is great, but y'all know me. I love my R. So that's what we've got. And we've got the Python version and then also the R version. And these are a sample of public packages. So all of these are from public packages. You could get this same information by scraping if you wanted. Please don't. It's a little bit rude to just scrape a bunch of stuff from a page without being polite. And yeah, we're going to see what the favorite packages are. And I have another data set that has information on the most commonly used packages overall in the programming languages. So we can do a little bit of comparison there. Yeah. Oh, this is new. 3 recommended data sources. What are they? Do I have to click add data to find out? Oh, okay. So the recommended data sources are the Stack Overflow Developer Survey. I can see that. Google Store Play Apps. I think we've got an overlapping tag. And then character encoding examples, which probably also has a couple overlapping tags, and also I uploaded, so obviously a high quality data set, but we're not going to add any of those. We are going to switch to R, and I'll get rid of this little sidebar. Kaggler's favorite packages, and we are going to use so some other things about how I did the data collection. So when you start a package, when you start a kernel, you get this like cell with the default text. I didn't look at any notebooks that included that default text. So only notebooks that had deleted that and then replaced it with something else. Yeah, there's a bunch more information in the data set itself. So I used regular expressions. I know I say not to use regular expressions, and I definitely did, and you'll see that there are multiple versions, and that's not the whole thing. Okay, that's interesting. There should be the rest of the description there. Well, I'll fix that later. Note to self. So I did use regular expressions to get information on the package names. So you can see that in R, library or require, and this should actually say in Python, question mark less than equals from close paren import space and then package name, little regex that's going to get valid Python package names. And what that means is that I am taking import, I'm taking the word that shows up after import where import doesn't show up after the word from in the same line. And we can get more into regular expressions if you want, but probably you don't want. Let's start with the reading in the data. I'm gonna need my libraries. Sorry, I am very out of it today, so if I do something super silly, to let me know, please. I could use the assist. It's been a kind of a rough week. Let's see, R packages. Nope. Close enough. Nope. I want a tibble. Oh, that's right, it's not a CSV. These are JSONs, so I'm gonna actually want to use JSONLite to read in these JSONs. And I think the argument is from JSON. And I won't have tab complete for this because I haven't actually loaded in this library yet. And I like to load in libraries and read in data in the same little cell because then I can turn off the output and then I won't see all my warnings and like information about the thing that I just read in. And that's just, you know, personal preference. And it's the R packages. So see this information about the packages that I'm attaching and then conflicts. And then if you read in read underscore CSV, which is a tibble, excuse me, a tibble, T-I-B-B-L-E in R, then you'll get a bunch of information about that. And I like to not have that. And I forgot Python. Sorry, if I might mute the mic to have a little bit of a, excuse me, a little bit of a cough break if I get to hacking away. I was at a conference last week, NWave, which is a linguistics conference, and apparently everybody at the conference got sick. And everyone's been talking on Twitter about the NWave plague, and I'm pretty sure that's what I have. So I brought my husband a nice gift back. All right, let's check out the head of the Python packages. Okay, so this is a list of data frames, which I know because I'm the one who made the data set in the first place, but I can show you the way to find that out. It was R packages. Sorry, character matrices, not data frames. If these were data frames, this would say data frame. Because it says character and then gives you some dimensions, you know that it's actually a character matrix. And you can tell, I don't know why you just see the last Y of library instead of L-I-B-R-A-R-Y. Yeah, I was working under a deadline and somewhere my regex went weird, but so the thing that I want to do is I want to convert this into a data frame. So each of these nodes is an individual notebook in no particular order. And I'm going to want, so I want to turn this into a data frame where I don't need the import statements. That was just for me to check my work and for you guys to check my work. Where I have some sort of key to tell me which notebook it is, because I'm interested in doing maybe a co-occurrence analysis later and see what sorts of things people load in together. I think that would be sort of interesting. And then I want the name of the package. So I want to have a data frame with 2 columns. Column 1 is the key, column 2 is this information. So it would be 1 date time, 1 sleep, 2 this, 3 SQLite, 3 pandas, 3 Haversign, and so on. And I think the best way to do that is probably going to be, and let's actually work with the R packages because it's a little bit smaller, so it'll take less long for us to play around. And I think rbind will do this. And I will go back and fix this documentation. Rbind, and we have a list of matrices into data frame. Combine a list of matrices into a single matrix by rows R. That is exactly what I want. And so they have something like this, and they want something like that. That works. That's exactly what I want. I am going to want information on the item in the list. Here we go. Yeah, so it's rbind. Reduce rbind 1. Another option if your data.frame is not matrix is to use rbind list from data.table. Here I convert to a data frame. So this might be a little bit faster because our data.table functions tend to be a little bit faster. But they also modify things in place, so I'm not sure that I feel great about that. Let's try this do call rbind 1 because we do have character matrices. And I think, okay, okay. So I'm thinking it's like lapply and that this is a 1. This is actually the name of the item that we're doing. So lapply and the apply functions. If you are working on something with 2 dimensions, you need to specify the dimension you're going to use. And this is actually the name of the thing. So because I'm using a pipe, which is from Migrator, if I want, usually tidyverse functions assume that the thing that you would be inputting is going to be the first thing in the function call. If it is not, you can specify where you want that to be by using a period. So this should, famous last words, this should work. It's not going to work if I don't remember a pipe here. It worked. Okay. So what we got here is, if we look at, let's look at the first 2 items in this list. So what we got here is this list of matrices was turned into a single, probably a data frame because we're using rbind. The thing that I want to do is add information on which item it's coming from, so which notebook. So there's 2 ways that I could do this. I could do it here, so I could add something to this character matrix in each of these to the end. I could do it at this point. Joao says, what? That's super useful. I didn't know you could put the input somewhere else in the function with pipes. Nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the tidyverse workflow. Yeah, that's the main reason if I'm working with tabular data, I prefer to use R in the tidyverse, but personal preference, everybody's got their thing. I also spent a lot of today wrestling with SQL, so this is like, finally I can use something that is very, I don't know. Ladbroke says, Hadley refers to that as a pronoun in his books. Thank you, Ladbroke. I've just been calling it a period. Okay, so I could do the same do call function. What if I do cbind instead? And no, that's just gonna get me a very long, well, that's gonna, first of all, it's gonna throw an error. I'm assuming, let's find out what that does. Yeah, it's gonna throw an error. So the reason it's throwing an error is because we have things like This one is 3 rows, this one is 2 rows, and if I'm trying to put this one next to this one, it's like, where's the 3rd row? Ladbroke says, I feel like you could teach an entire class on how to use tilde and dot in the tidyverse. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The thing that I've really been struggling with is lazy evaluation recently. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Could I do, what happens if do call takes multiple arguments? Actually, let's look up the documentation in here. That's gonna be easiest. Okay, execute a function call. Do call constructs and executes a function call. Yes, yes, yes. A list of arguments to the function call. The names attributes of args gives the argument names. Okay. Actually, I think I'm gonna Google this. Add column to each matrix in a list of matrices are. It's close enough. Yeah. Adding an additional column to every matrix in a list. Ta-da! Let's see some answers. I'm just channeling Laura's answer in the comments to my original question. Solution, lapply 1 through length of x, function ID, cbind, ID. Okay, so we're going to apply over list, 1 through the lengths of the list. We're using a little lambda function here, and it takes the argument of the thing. So ID might be a special argument that means the item in the list, like the index of the item in the list. An ID number, so I could eventually join the matrices together, i.e. the table name. Okay, so what's this ID? Well, let's give it a look. Let's give it a little check. Let's give it a little look-see. See how this works. And then actually I'm just gonna take the first 3 there to see what that looks like. I'm gonna use this R packages. So the thing that I'm confused about here is I don't know if ID is the thing that you want to row bind, to column bind to the end of each column in the matrix, or if it is something that we need to specify. Object X not found. Okay, so this is looking like, okay, so that's looking like a numeric index. So this might, yeah, okay, excellent. That's exactly what we want. Thank you, @rar, Stack Overflow user. Yeah, I didn't know about that. So ID, well, it's also, can we call this anything? Sorry, I know I'm fixating on this, but does it have to be ID? Can I call this kernel ID? Will that work as well? I know it's very long now. Yeah, okay, you can call that anything. So this is just being generated. I don't know where these numbers are coming from is the thing. I don't know where we're generating these numbers from. Well, it works. Let's not delve too deeply into this mystery of how this thing that does work. Likelihood that this is going to come back and bite us in the butt and we need to debug it? Kind of high. Probably a little bit high, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, so now, now we're going to augment our packages information with the kernel that it has come from. And then, oh, actually, I think I could do this all on a single pipeline. Oh, that's not very tidy looking. We'll work with it using these pronouns. Thank you, Ladbroke. 1 through length of dot is not a function, character, or symbol. Yeah, let's do that instead. Error in function dparse. Number, oh, right, that's right. I changed it to cbind because we were messing around, but it should be rbind. Error in function dparse level dot level equals 1. Number of column matrices must match C argument 13. C argument 13. Wow, it's a long way down, huh? Swoop. Is it the fact that we have empty column names? Is it the fact that this, so this was working before, yeah? Here, let's do this. Let's read it in. Fresh copy. Is this working now? Yeah, okay, that works. And then we do this. And then if we look at the head of our packages, oh, look at the first 3. Nope, nope. Okay, that works. But then when we do this, it don't work. And I ran the whole cell, not just what I was highlighting, so it's not breaking. Ben Lewis says, wondering how you would do this with map. Also been learning Python and dealing with indices through range or enumerate has been a new experience. Yeah. I think the reason that we're running into problems here is that we have turned these into, no, they're still character matrices. So one thing I was thinking is that maybe we turned them into, what are they? Data frames rather than matrices. And this is something that we put together to work with matrices. But rbind also works on data frames, so that's not like unreasonable. What if we do rbind? Oop, not like that, we don't. What if we try to just do them by hand? What happens then? Or if we do just a couple? Because it could be that there's something a little bit wonkers later on in the data set. Well, beans. Sorry, I used the shortcut to, nope, no, I don't want that. I used the shortcut to split a cell at the current marker place, which I think is Alt-Control Dash, maybe? I don't know. I can never remember all the Jupyter. Yes, yes. No, I didn't mean to execute. I just wanted to put in parentheses. Parenthesis, parenthesis. Okay, we're balanced. Yes, all our parentheses are good. Well then. Okay, okay. So this is list of 1. What's in here? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think I see what the weirdness is here. So what we got here is we've got a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, that's the same, right? So we've got rows 1 through 3, we've got columns 1 through 3. That's what we'd expect given what our packages 1 looks like. Right? Yeah, it's a 3 by 3. All right, let's read in a clean new version, start over. Obviously it doesn't have the headers, and the structure looks like, okay, so it's the same except it doesn't have the attributes, and it's a little bit smaller. And if we do this with a new version, okay, that also doesn't work. But if we do this, that works. Is there something I'm fundamentally misunderstanding about do call? All right. Oh, is this going to be about Mathematica? Yes. Yep. Okay, that's not helpful. Oh, I'm sure it's helpful if you're using Mathematica, but not helpful for me right now. How to use lists in R. Use a for loop. Create and modify matrix and access matrix elements. Data types and structures. Well, what if we do that? Will that work? Oh wow, that also really doesn't do what I'm expecting it to do. So I thought this would not take so long. Famous last words. I don't know why I thought that. I've been spending all day wrestling with other stuff. Let's get rid of these. Let's do this. So we've got it looking the way we want, more or less. We know what the structure looks like at this point. And let's really dig into this error message a little bit more and see if we can't get more information out of there. Because it looks like... All right. So I think it might be the attributes that are messing us up here. There's something about the attributes. And what if I wanted to remove attributes from matrix in R? Yes, how do I do that? Yes, in a list. Hey, this person knows what I want. Thank you very much. Names attribute is somehow reserved for value names. Dput. To remove the attribute from a variable var in your data frame, my data, if you want to remove several attributes of all variables, hope this helps, regards. Minor modification to Sarah's code. This is Hobo's code. Oh no, this is, sorry, Parisia's code, or Parise maybe, and it's been edited by Hobo. For variable and column names, my data, attribute my data, deparse as name variable, attribute 1. Strings as factors. Okay, so that is a little bit of a hack, but that might work. It works only if all columns are the same type. I think we can work with that. So what this is doing is it's going through the list and it's applying this little lambda function where you're taking a data frame. So first of all, you're taking your input matrix. You are creating it as a data frame with strings as factors as false. So that might work. What worked for me is I had to remove more than 2 attributes. Not mod 2. I don't know what that is. All right. Yeah, let's give this ye old college try and see how it do. Oh my gosh. So what this would look like is we're gonna do it on our packages. I'm gonna bump the function, which I think I can just get rid of that because it's clear what it is. And I think this should work. And actually, let's just look at the first 3 like we've been doing. Take a peek. Huh. That just might work. So, yeah, let's see if it works. So at least now we have the same type of attribute in each column, and maybe that'll help. Maybe. Let's find out. Yeah, that did help. Okay. We done it. Oh my god, this is so ugly. Oh, that's right. Unpiping didn't work very well. So let's put this in a cell and then just cover it with sand so nobody knows about the awful hacks that we did. And no, I'm gonna leave little comments about what I did. Okay, so this one adds info on kernel that packages came from, and this one, if we'd done this better, probably we wouldn't have to do this, but remember what I said? Oops. Oh, yeah, I don't actually just want the first 3 items. That'll cause me problems later on down the line. When I said how not knowing 100% what was going on here might lead us to trouble down the line, it did. That's okay. We got it. We fixed it. And now we are going to do this thing, which is tidy up the attributes in the worst slash hackiest way. And we're just going to live with that. So let's start from the top and make sure this is actually working. Read in our data fresh, do a little munging, double check that it works. It did not work. That's frustrating. Okay. Numbers of columns of arguments do not match. All right. I thought we had solved our problem. We had not. Okay. And what if I look at the first 10? They all say V1, V2, right? V1, V2, V1, V2, V1, V2. Okay, we're doing R bind, which is what I thought I was doing. Let's take a look at the structure. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's just like it's going on to the next line. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're called the same thing. 3 variables, oh, okay. What are you? What are you, my friend? 1 observation of 1 variable. List of 1. Kernel ID, int of 13. Oh. I know what's wrong. Okay, so, I grabbed kernels that had the word library in them, but some of them didn't import things using the library or require function. Some of them use like the double colon, like this syntax to get specific functions, and then in like get function from the library. So they had something like this, so they would be included in this list of they're included in this list, they have an entry, but because it's empty, we're just adding this kernel ID column to it, and it's empty, so it doesn't have the first two columns like the rest of them do. So instead of creating a third column, it creates a first column, and then we have one variable instead of three variables. And because those don't match, we can't R-bind. And the reason we weren't running into this problem before is because we weren't adding this. So this was just empty, so we could add something empty to something that existed, and the dimensions didn't matter. So mystery solved. Mystery not fixed, unfortunately. We still have some doing. So what do we do here? We could include a dummy variable. So if there's an empty list, what number is this? I could count down. It's probably the 13th. It's probably the one that was giving us problems before. We could remove empty items from the list. I think it's probably going to be the easiest way to do this. So remove empty elements from a list. That is exactly what I wanted. With character 0, how can I remove empty elements from a list that contains 0 length pair list? Okay. Keeping an index where element is greater than length 0. Data cleaning with Rachael. You thought it was going to be analysis, but actually. So we're going to look at the R packages list, and we're going to have to go back and do this all with the Python list as well, so that's okay. And actually what I'm going to do is a little trick where you... No. This isn't going to be a Boolean. No, yes, it is. Okay, so this is going through, I didn't understand what was happening here. Ben says it's always data cleaning. It is always data cleaning, man. You think you're gonna spend all your time visualizing and building models, and nope. Okay, so what this is doing, so this is the index, and then we are using this index to subset our packages, which is why this is a list. This is probably a vector of Booleans. So the reason I was doing the sum thing is you can use that little trick to see how many things you have. Are these all true? Oh. I was gonna say, yeah, of course they're all true, but... Alright, this ain't gonna work. Oh, okay. I know what's the problem. Okay, we're gonna read in a fresh... we're gonna read in a fresh copy. And then we can see that there are falses in here now. Because remember, we'd added a bunch of stuff. So we actually have quite a few where nobody actually read in a package, so that's okay. So this, if we do this and then we scroll down to 13, hopefully, yeah, we've gotten rid of that one that was completely empty. Noted. Well, that's okay. This is what I get for doing data cleaning with regular expressions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to remove empty elements, and then our R-bind should work. Remove empty elements. Okay, that's a reasonable thing. That's kind of what we expect it to look like. And when we try to R-bind it together, it works! This is very exciting. I'm very delighted that this has worked. So, snip. I'm gonna do this all in one cell so we can run it much more efficiently in the future. Our packages, I'm gonna call this a data frame, and I'm not gonna use the colon assignment operator, I guess. I think there is one in R, but I don't think it's recommended for use. Am I? No. They're fine. Okay. Sorry, it was putting me tabbed in for some reason, and I was like, is there a parenthesis I haven't closed? Yeah, I messed something up. I think it's good. Create data. All right. Oh, first of all, I don't want just the head. And second of all, I think I want to... Yeah, I think I'm going to mutate here. Mutate. And I'm going to call package and put in this v2 column into a new column called package. And then I'm going to select just package and kernel ID. And this should create a beautiful data frame that has the 2 columns that I said that I wanted at the very beginning. All right, we are good to go. I am delighted. And now we can get rid of all our janky futzing around little things. Data cleaning. And I don't think the multiple hashes mean anything here, but if you're working in RStudio, this will give you a little header in the dropdown. So I like to use it. And then we're going to do the same thing with Python, and we're literally just going to replace all the places where we said R with Python, and then we're going to run it, and it's going to work great. Except instead of pi R, I'm going to use pi. In there's... Do we use the letter R in here anywhere else? Yeah, we do in kernel. Actually, I think. So I think this is a point where it's worth it to copy, do replace all, and I can never remember what it is called. So I just clicked in the margin here and then did H for help, and F is find and replace. So if I select all this and do F, whoop, yeah, it's not gonna work. So you have to click in the margin, then press F, then place in selected cells. And I want to replace R underscore with pi underscore in all of the places, I think, but only in selected cells. Ten matches, replace all. Yeah, excellent. All right. Oh my gosh, sorry. Scroll back out. Do things like a human being. Undoing this cell. Wasn't on that cell. Did I delete the cell that it was in? What did I just do? Where is my, Well, all right, let's do this again. This way I'll remember how to do it, right? So it was click in the margin, F for find and replace, only in selected cells, R underscore with pi underscore, we wanted about 10 selected cells, that's right, and then we want to replace all, and then Control A, Control X, okay. Python B. Okay, I've made a mistake somewhere. Unexpected symbol, remove empty elements, pi packages. I don't know what the unexpected symbol is. Pi packages. Did I misspell it? I don't think I did. Remove empty elements, unexpected symbol. All right, what's up? What if I do this? Why are you upset? Oh, that's right. The Python one is much bigger than the R one. Well, you're fine. Okay, are you not fine? Did I do some sort of weird... Go into the garbage. Goodbye. Did I do something weird? And stop whatever you were doing. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want it anymore. Is it an unexpected symbol in Py packages? Okay, no. No, that looks normal. That took a while to run. What's up? Is there bad white space? Is my assignment operator bad for some reason? Error in parse. Unexpected end of input. Yes. Yes, that would do it. That would also do it. Is it you that have caused me the pain? Yes, it was you that caused me the pain. Okay, so now it's gonna work. Is it gonna take a moment to work? No, it should be done. Head, Py packages, data frame. Yes, okay. Huh, okay. We're good. We're good, we've done it. Now that we're done with data cleaning, let's do something slightly more interesting. This might end up being a multi-part series because we did not get super far and it is already 4:46. That's okay. I'm sick and people always are asking for more data cleaning, so you got it. Get rid of you. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Packages, R packages, that's everything we want there, so I can just get rid of all of this code and everything should work great and exactly the way that I intend. So what I want to know now is in this R packages data frame, I want to know what the most popular packages are. So I'm actually going to pull up, I'll do it here. I just want to look at the head of my data frame really quickly just to see what it looks like. So that I can remember what I called things. Rachel, it's directly in front of you. Listen, that seems like a reasonable thing to say. I literally assigned it right here, but you know what? I'm tired. That's what. What am I doing here? I am going to select package. And then I'm going to tally, so I'm just going to count the number of things. And then I am going to arrange. When you tally, it is, I think it's called value in n? I don't remember. Let's tally and then check what it is, and then I'll figure it out from there. Oh, I think I might have to group by package. Group by package. Oh, so when I was putting this together, I realized sometimes when people imported packages, they also they did so suppressing the warnings for that package. And when you suppress the warnings for a package, you put it in quotes, single quotes like this. So I'm going to have to remove single quotes. We're not done. You thought we were done with data cleaning. We ain't. R remove character from column in data frame. A, that's what I wanted. G sub, yes, yes, yes. Okay. I think there's a way to do it in Stringer as well. I should probably do it in Stringer, right? Since we're using the tidyverse, we might as well. Stringer remove character, thank you. Oops. As long as we're doing it in the tidyverse, we might as well keep it within the tidyverse. It's like having your purse and your shoes match, or your handbag and your shoes. Okay. So we should be able to str_remove. Let's check this out. So let's select package and then string_remove, and I believe stringer is in the tidyverse meta package that we loaded in, so we don't have to load it in separately. And then all we have to remove is that character, and then let's oh no, just one of them. Argument is not an atomic vector. Coercing. Warning message and string replace. Oh, that's right. Is the tick protected character in regex? I don't remember. Let's escape it just in case. Haha. Okay. Oh, that's right. So it's removed the first one, but it hasn't removed all. There we go. Okay, so now it's removed them all. So you could see before we had here, I can show you. So when I had before, you could see that we still had some. We had this slash and then tick, parenthesis, apostrophe, that's what it is. And it had removed the first one here, because there was one on either side of ggplot, but it did not remove the second one, or the third one, or the fourth one. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm actually gonna give it the column as a vector. Let's see how this works. Because I eventually want to replace the column that is there, the contents of the column that's there, with this column. Yeah, there we go. So now we're getting a vector out, except I removed that to show you guys. A vector out instead of a single string that contained the complete contents. And so what I'm just going to do is that, and I'm going to say what we're doing here is we are removing character. And then I'm going to put it in here, right there. And then I'm going to run the whole thing from the top. And I think I'm actually going to restart and run, just you know, as a little precaution, make sure everything's going good. But the next thing that we should see should be, fingers crossed, a list of the most popular packages on Kaggle. So I'm excited. Okay, so far so good. Did anything blow up? Nothing blew up. I'm excited to see that. And when we look at that, hey, all right. So you can see that we don't have the ones with the ticks anymore, and we can see that only one person has used the Amelia package. Only one person has used the alluvial package. Oh, that was me. Yeah, I wrote that kernel. I used the alluvial package. Hey, I'm in the data. But it is less helpful to see the head than it is to alphabetically than it is to see the range. Is that how it's spelled? It is indeed how it's spelled. See them organized by the number, and I want them in descending order, so the biggest numbers are the first, and it is called N. I was right about that like 20 minutes ago, and I was like, is it N? Oh. And I should take out the head, because I do in fact, no, I don't need to take it out, I just need to move it. I do in fact want to see the whole thing, and what I want to see is the top 10. Hey, there we go. So our top 10 packages are ggplot2, dplyr, tidyverse, reader, data.table, caret, lubridate, xgboost, random forest, and magritter. So that makes a lot of sense. ggplot, of course, my personal favorite graphing library. dplyr has a lot of utility stuff in it. that we've been using here. Tidyverse is the meta package that includes dplyr, ggplot, reader, but you can also just use reader instead of the tidyverse. Lubridate is for dealing with dates. XGBoost is for random forest. So is random forest. We got two little random forest ones in here. Migrator is what gives you zip pipes, and then caret is for model comparison. So these are people's. Oh, sorry. And data.table is a very efficient package for dealing with very large data tables, data frame, tabular data structures. So those are the top 10 R packages. Once you have the data clean, it just flies by. And let's look at the top 10 Python packages. Python, and there's not enough for me to bother doing search and replace here. All right, so our top Python package, no surprise here, pandas. Everybody loves data frames. NumPy, which is for numerical computing. The top 2 packages give you things that are built into R. Actually, the top 3 packages give you things that are built into R. Yeah, it just, when I first started learning Python, I was like, where's the like math? How do I do math in Python? And people were like, oh, you need to include NumPy. And I was livid. I was so verklempt. I was so upset I had to import something to do what I considered like a super basic thing that you would want to do with a computer language. But someone on Twitter the other day said that the hello world for the R community is linear regression. And it's really true. It's, you know, and Python's for everything, and you don't always need to do math, I guess. And we got some plotting libraries, pyplot and seaborn, or matplotlib, I guess. Pyplot's the a module in matplotlib. OS, which is obviously for integrating with the OS. You're very welcome, Ben. Train, which is from scikit-learn. Perhaps I have made a mistake in my I'm pretty sure there's no Python library just called train. Pypo. No, it's PyPI. There we go. Yeah, I'm not seeing one. So maybe my initial data cleaning that I did off screen was a little bit wrong. GC? I don't know what that is. Garbage collector. Oh, okay. So if you want to like get rid of stuff while you're training your model. Mark says they're built into R, but you also have to use R. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing stats, I think it makes sense. It's a specialized tool. Time, which is for time, and I think you need to import time to use the time-it magics in Python and Jupyter. Could be wrong on that. TensorFlow, deep learning framework. I mean, you can also do like regression in TensorFlow. I think Paige Bailey at Microsoft was tweeting about that today. But also, it's just like, this is like, you need something in your house, so instead of like buying one, like you need a trash can, and instead of going to buy a trash can, you make it out of Legos, and then you use that as your trash can, which is like cool. And if you enjoy building trash cans out of Legos, I don't want to stop you. And sometimes you can't get to the store and you do have the Legos, and that's good, and you should like use the tools you have available to you. But if you can go buy one, is it really the best use of your time? I don't know. That's my personal stance on using TensorFlow to do statistics beyond well, TensorFlow is really low level anyway. And then warnings, which generates warnings. So there you go. Those are the top 10 packages in R and Python. Oh, Python. At least in public kernels from this sample. This isn't all the public kernels. This is sort of a subsample. I didn't want to have a data set that was too big. And like I said, I did a lot of data cleaning off screen. So the data science equivalent of here's one I made earlier, like you see on all the cooking shows. Yeah. I feel like, okay, what time is it? It's 4:59. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I could do more things, and I definitely have a lot of questions I want to ask with this data set, but did I hide the output? I did. I don't think today. I think now it is nap time. Like my third nap today. Being sick is the worst, you guys. And then probably some food. But thank you for joining me and my like sniffly self. Hopefully I wasn't sniffing too bad. I was really trying to think about it and not just like hawk a loogie on mic. Quick analysis of the most. And of course, this data set is free. Feel free, the data set is free. The data set is on Kaggle and it's uploaded and it's public, so feel free to play around with it. I'm really interested to see if you guys, you know, what you find out with it. Packages in public are kernels. Nope. Are in Python kernels. Oh my god. Python kernels. In Kaggle. And like I said, I think it would be interesting to look at differences between the community for these languages as a whole versus the Kaggle community and see like what's particularly Kaggle-y. Yeah, one thing that was interesting to me was that data.table was much less used on Kaggle. Since I think it's the second most downloaded R package from Crayon is data.table, so sort of interesting. But also it's for very, very large data, and you probably wouldn't be using very, very large data in kernels. So perhaps there's a little bit of a platform effect there. I don't know, that stood out to me. And I think it would also be interesting to do like a co-occurrence matrix to see what people tend to use together. Like I'm imagining Reader and Magator probably, you know, are going to be used together. Because if you're reading in each of those individually instead of tidyverse, you probably, you know, want them together. Of course, if you're reading them in together, you want them together. Okay, I'm gonna go sleep now. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. This was a lot of fun. I was looking forward to this all week, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, maybe next week we will continue this series. And I'm going to make this kernel public really quick so y'all can take a look at it, play around, extend on it. Yeah, and feel free to let me know, you know, what are your favorite R Python packages? What should be in the top 10 and isn't? I am personally surprised there's no NLP packages in the top 10. No Spacey, no NLTK, no Tidy Text. I guess Stringer is kind of an NLP package. Yeah, which I guess it makes sense, but we do a lot of NLP competitions and we have a lot of text data on the site, so I guess I would expect it to be a little bit more prominent. Anyway, so this is public, and if you search for Kaggler's favorite packages, you can check it out, play around, fork it, do your own analysis, and I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. And I will talk to you next Friday, and hopefully I will feel better. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.